Big Meech and 50 Cent reunite in shocking birthday celebration. The streets react as legends link back up. In an unexpected twist that left fans speechless and critics scrambling for answers, Big Meech and 50 Cent were spotted together, smiling and celebrating Meech's birthday like long-lost brothers. No one saw this coming. Not after the tension, the silence, the cryptic jabs, and the unspoken rivalry. But now, with this reunion going viral, a brand new chapter may be opening. And this one could be even more iconic than the last. Now, let's break it all down. The world of hip-hop and street culture has long been marked by alliances, betrayals, respect, and rivalry. Among its most gripping stories is the intertwined legacy of Demetrius Big Meech Flenory, the legendary founder of the Black Mafia family, BMF, and Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, the rap mogul turned Hollywood executive who brought BMF's story to the small screen. Over the years, fans speculated, whispered, and even argued over whether 50 and Meech still saw eye to eye. After all, the original BMF was bigger than just crime. It was a movement. It had style, respect, code, and power. When 50 Cent decided to turn Meech's life into a hit Stars TV show, many thought it was a perfect tribute. But not everything was as smooth as it seemed. Reports of discontent bubbled under the surface. There were rumors that Big Meech, though appreciative, had his own visions. Tension rose even more when certain casting decisions sparked backlash, particularly involving Meech's own son, Lil Meech, who plays his father on screen. For a while, things went cold. 50 Cent seemed to distance himself from some of the behind-the-scenes drama. Meech, still behind bars, maintained a powerful presence through letters, phone calls, and the loyalty of his people. And then just silence. The kind that makes fans uneasy. Were they beefing? Had a line been crossed? No one knew for sure. Until now. Because just days ago, photos and videos emerged from Big Meech's birthday celebration, and front and center was none other than 50 Cent himself, laughing, posing, and vibing like no time had passed. The internet exploded. Social media lit up like Times Square on New Year's Eve. Streets started talking, and the narrative began to shift from "are they done" to "they're back." The footage told a story. It wasn't just some cold, forced meetup. The energy was real. 50 had his signature grin. Meech, still one of the most respected names in the game, looked energized, like a man who, even from behind walls, can still command kings to show up. It was a kind of scene you'd expect in a movie, but this was real life. And it sent one loud message: real recognizes real. What's more surprising is that this didn't happen in public with all the usual media hype. No press releases, no red carpet, no cameras from TMZ or blogs tipped off early. It was intimate, raw, and authentic. And perhaps that's what made it even more powerful. Because this wasn't for clout. This wasn't for headlines. This was family reconnecting. Let's rewind the tape. The 50 Cent and Big Meech dynamic has always been fascinating. One is a calculated hustler turned corporate titan. The other is a legendary figure whose name still echoes in the streets as one of the most influential black crime bosses in history. When 50 decided to tell the BMF story, he wasn't just making a TV show. He was preserving a legacy. And with the show's success, he helped introduce an entire generation to the myth and man that is Big Meech. But despite the accolades, there were cracks. Some BMF affiliates voiced their frustrations, claiming the show didn't always stay true to the original code. Some wonder whether Meech himself was fully on board with how his name and image were being used. And then came the silence, the deafening pause between episodes, social media posts, and press releases. So for 50 to show up at Meech's birthday, that was deeper than any interview. That was the ultimate peace treaty. A move that said, whatever was, it's done now. Fans began analyzing every frame of the birthday footage. Was that laughter? Were they talking business? Was 50 hinting at another project? Some insiders claim that 50 came bearing a gift, something personal, a symbolic item that showed respect and honor. Whether that's true or not, the body language between the two legends told the full story, and the streets reacted immediately. OGs from Atlanta to Detroit chimed in. Rappers started tweeting cryptic messages. BMF supporters posted throwbacks of the original crew. Everyone wanted in on the moment, Because in a world full of fake apologies, phony friendships, and backdoor moves, this felt pure. Two men who had every reason to never link again, now laughing and toasting like brothers. But what does this mean for the future? That's the big question. If this is truly a reconciliation, then the possibilities are endless. Could 50 and Meech be cooking up another BMF spin-off? Could there be a documentary? Raw, real, and straight from the source? Could Meech's voice finally be heard in the way only he can tell it? Let's not forget, the BMF story isn't over. In fact, with this reunion, it might just be getting its second wind. Some fans are already pushing for a deeper dive into Meech's personal life. His rise, his philosophy, the empire-building strategies he used that made BMF more than just a crew, but a brand. And with 50's production power, it's easy to imagine something bigger than the current BMF series. A feature film, a memoir adaptation, a real sit-down interview between the two. The streets would eat that up. But beyond content, there's a deeper narrative at play. This reunion sends a message to the entire culture, a message of unity, of legacy, of loyalty. It shows that even when paths diverge, real ones find their way back. It's not about who said what or what happened behind closed doors. It's about respect. And Meech has always stood for that. So as 50, their reunion isn't just personal, it's symbolic. In a game where artists beef over breadcrumbs and crews split over petty ego, this moment reminds everyone what real power looks like. The power to move on, to shake hands,